Hello, I'm Cassandra, the host of Essential Book Drop. We're featuring our top 3 new releases that you can see and download at essentialbookdrop.com. Thank God it's Friday, everyone, November 7th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and my bookworm sidekick, Steve Weber. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. Ready for some book talk?
Absolutely. We've got 3 really interesting new releases lined up today. And while they're fresh off the presses, we're kind of looking at them as examples,
Right. Examples of how writers are tackling some really big emotional conflicts across different genres: romance, suspense, thrillers.
Yeah. And our goal today is kind of pull out what makes these stories tick. How do authors balance these huge stakes, like we're talking corporate backstabbing, complicated relationships, even supernatural stuff, while still making you, the reader, actually care about the characters,
Yeah.
keeping that emotional heart believable.
Exactly. It's tricky, that balance. So if you're curious about what pulls readers into these kinds of high-concept stories, these 3 books should give us some good clues. It's all about how the story's built, really.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, we're looking at how that classic alpha male romance idea is changing. The book is Beautiful Revenge, The Manor, by Brynne Asher, and the genre is, well, alpha male romance.
Yeah, and what jumps out straight away is how it blends those high-stakes thriller bits right into the romance. It's not just about a powerful guy anymore.
No, this one throws in corporate warfare big time.
Right. So the setup, it's pretty wild. The heroine's wedding day basically implodes, turns into a crime scene.
Yeah, she calls it her wedding from hell, which, spoiler, kind of fits since there's no actual wedding.
Huh, right. And it's all kicked off because $1 billion suddenly showed up about 6 weeks before.
$1 billion. Okay, that'll stir things up.
Oh, yeah. It pits these rival billionaire families against each other, leads to serious greed, and even murder. So it's not just, a jilted bride situation.
It's like corporate crime crashing our big day.
Exactly. It ramps everything up immediately. That personal failure, the wedding disaster, becomes the launch pad for this whole professional revenge plot. It seems like in the genre now, the emotional stakes need that link to real danger, financial ruin, actual physical threat to keep the tension high.
Makes sense. And who's there when it all falls apart?
Ah, yes. The hero, Devon Donnelly. He actually owns the wedding venue, this place called the Manor at Winslet. And get this, he's a former British secret agent.
Ooh, okay. Intrigue.
But the book makes a point of saying, despite the accent, he is absolutely not a gentleman.
That phrase feels significant for the genre, doesn't it?
Definitely. It's like a code telling you he plays by his own rules, maybe outside the normal good guy boundaries.
And in this kind of story, that alpha appeal often comes from him being capable in ways the heroine isn't, right?
Yeah.
Like, he can handle the dangerous stuff.
Right. Precisely. The espionage, the violence maybe, his lack of gentlemanly behavior signals, the ruthlessness needed to navigate this corporate war she's suddenly dropped into.
Okay, so how does it all ignite between them?
Well, the heroine asks Devon, the venue owner, former spy, to deliver a message to the guy she was supposed to marry, who she calls the devil waiting at the altar.
Whoa. Okay, that's bold.
Right. And it just throws everything into chaos and forces them together, sets up her whole plan, which she apparently calls dishing up revenge with a side of spite.
Revenge and spite. Love it.
It's a strong motivator, isn't it? And what seems interesting here is how it mixes that vengeful energy with, the actual chemistry between them.
Is there an age gap mentioned?
Yeah, there's an age gap. And because they're constantly dealing with these life or death corporate maneuvers, the power dynamic keeps shifting, which is important, I think, when you have a super rich, supposed to be dominant hero.
It keeps it from getting static.
Exactly. And the suspense feels real tied to stock prices, family legacies, actual danger, which helps make the intense emotional connection, the heat, feel more earned. It's not just happening in a vacuum.
So the takeaway here seems to be, for this kind of alpha romance to work now, you need those bigger, almost institutional stakes. Like the boardroom drama has to be as risky as the bedroom stuff.
I think so. You need the sparks, obviously, but also that genuine risk of, death or total financial collapse.
It feels like the genre's growing up a bit, maybe. Moving beyond just a hero who's controlling to one whose specific, maybe dangerous skills are actually necessary for the heroine to survive some external threat.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. The threat is more complex now.
Okay, let's shift gears. We're leaving corporate danger behind and heading to Paris, City of Lights, for a very different kind of high-stakes situation.
Right. This next book dives into polyamory. It's Bossing My Holiday by Jay Salmon. Genre: polyamory holiday romance.
Okay, so polyamory, holiday setting, and bosses.
Oh.
Plural.
Yep.
That's the setup. The heroine is off to Paris for Christmas, and she's going with both of her bosses.
Both of them. Okay. How does that even start?
Well, it starts with a pretty standard trope, actually. Fake dating.
Oh, okay.
She agrees to pretend to date one of the bosses, Tristan Owest. He's described as the billionaire Scrooge type. She needs the money. Apparently, her grandmother's in debt.
Right. The classic motivation. And him.
He needs to stop his family from constantly trying to matchmake him, especially over the holidays.
Yeah.
So it seems like a simple, mutually beneficial deal at first.
But I sense a but coming.
There's always a but, isn't there? The other boss, the co-CEO, Braxton Hicks, steps in. And he proposes something. Well, much more involved.
More involved than fake dating her colleague's fake girlfriend.
Yeah. He suggests an arrangement in Paris where it's not just her and Tristan, but him too. An MFM dynamic, male, female, male, with both of them focused on her.
Wow. Okay. That's a twist. Especially with bosses. That's workplace forbidden romance territory ×2. Or 3. Right. And the book seems to lean into that conflict. Logically, she should probably run screaming, right? Protect her job, her sanity.
You'd think so.
But the description suggests that both guys, the grumpy Tristan and the sinful Braxton, are pretty intentional about it, making it hard for her to resist.
So it's playing with that resistance is futile idea within this specific dynamic.
Exactly. And when you look at why choose or polyamory romance that works well, the key seems to be the connection between all parties. It can't just be her with guy A and her with guy B.
Right. The guys need their own dynamic too.
Yes. The book apparently emphasizes that these two men genuinely care about each other as well as about her. That mutual respect seems crucial to making the fantasy feel, well, maybe not realistic, but authentic within its own rules. Less like she's just an object fought over.
That makes sense. It shifts the story from who will she pick to can the three of them navigate this?
Mm-hmm. That seems to be the core difference between this and a standard love triangle. The goal is inclusion, not exclusion.
And the holiday setting. Does that play a big role?
I think so. Paris at Christmas, it adds that layer of magic. Maybe makes the unusual arrangement feel a bit more like a fairy tale escape, less like a workplace HR nightmare.
Oh, good point. Plus forced proximity, right? Stuck together for the holidays.
Always a great way to ramp up the tension. So yeah, this one seems like a really direct exploration of different relationship structures, pushing those boundaries, but doing it within that heightened, slightly unreal holiday fantasy space.
Okay, quite a contrast to the first book. Now for our third one, we're taking another sharp turn. We're going from Paris to the coast of Maine.
And into the world of romantic suspense with a serious side of ghosts. This, The Seven Rings, The Lost Bride Trilogy, Book 3 by Nora Roberts. Genre, romantic suspense ghost thriller.
Nora Roberts. Okay, so we know we're likely in good hands for blending romance and spooky stuff. This is the end of a trilogy, you said.
Yeah, the big finale. And the description makes it sound pretty epic, spanning 2 realms, apparently. The main setting is Poole Manor, this old house on the Maine coast that's cursed.
Cursed how? Generations of bad luck.
Worse. The main character, Sonia McTavish, lives there now, but she's aware of the history. 7 brides connected to the manor have died over the years, and 7 wedding rings stolen.
Oof. Okay, that's dark. Who's behind it?
A ghost, but the book is very specific here. It's not just some sad spirit wanting peace.
No.
No, it's described as a malevolent spirit, or a dark-hearted witch in a black dress. Her whole goal is to possess the manor completely, and apparently she feeds on fear and uses lies like weapons.
Whoa. Okay, so definitely not Casper the Friendly Ghost. This sounds more like active evil.
Exactly. And that distinction is really important for the kind of story it is. A sad ghost might need understanding, maybe helping them move on. This kind of entity, it requires a fight, banishment.
So Sonia and her boyfriend, Trey, aren't just dealing with bumps in the night. They're basically in a war.
Seems like it. And a big part of fighting back involves Sonia digging into the past. She starts trying to piece together the hidden stories of her ancestors, finding clues among all the tragedy.
The historical mystery element. Uncovering the past to fix the present.
Right. The history isn't just backstory. It's like the source of the entity's power and maybe the key to defeating her.
What makes Roberts so good at this, usually, is making the supernatural feel grounded somehow. Does this one seem to do that?
Based on the description, yeah. It sounds like the core conflict is very human, very emotional. It's Sonia's determination to fill this cursed house with life, with hope, with love. making it a home again.
Against this witch who just wants to own it, possess it, keep it empty and full of fear.
Exactly. That fundamental battle, life and hope versus fear and desolation, that's really relatable, even with the ghosts.
And the ghost isn't just atmospheric. She poses a real threat.
Oh, yeah. The notes mention she creates illusions that are powerful enough to actually wound or kill people. So the danger is physical, psychological, not just creepy vibes.
Okay. That definitely raises the stakes for the suspense part.
Yeah.
And the main setting probably helps too, that isolated coastal atmosphere.
Absolutely. Maine coast, old manor, generational curse. It all adds to that feeling of deep-rooted history, and maybe being cut off, having to rely on each other to face this thing, makes the eventual victory, assuming there is one, feel really earned.
So looking back at all three, they're wildly different genres, right?
Yeah.
Corporate thriller romance, polyamory holiday story, supernatural suspense.
Totally different vibes.
But that common thread seems to be pushing the stakes way beyond just the relationship itself. There's always this big external battle that has to be won for the emotional connection to even survive.
Yeah, that's a great point. Whether it's fighting corporate killers or figuring out a complex three-way relationship under pressure or literally battling a murderous witch.
The characters have to be strong enough to handle that external fight to get their happy ending, or even just an ending. It's not just about falling in love. It's about surviving the chaos around the love story.
Surviving and actively fighting for the future they want. It demands a certain resilience from the heroine, especially.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com. Have all the links right there. See if we'll do it again tomorrow.
Sounds good. Until then, happy reading.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.